What's going on? So, I want to make this video about war in a way, but not really. Like, I don't know. So, I was observing, I was watching this video about like missiles, right? And it was about how missiles work and how like, and how they like go up in space and like, then they shoot down, but a lot of times they have like multiple, up to 10. There's like up to 10, like missile points that it can have, and like some of them are not real and some of them are, and there's no way to tell, which is why it's really hard to shoot down a missile. And I didn't know any of this shit, about missiles. I honestly don't even know why I was researching this or why I was looking this video up, but it had me thinking. The fucking people in charge, right, are like children playing a video game. It's like they treat this shit like it's a video game. They treat the way that this world is, right? The way I don't know, the way that they have like these treaties that you can, have up to 10, up to 10 things in the missile. They have treaties, against chemical warfare. They have treaties, for this and that. And these treaties, to me, it almost seems like they're just rules to the game. It's like they look at this shit like it's a game, and the main issue is that it's like there are children in charge. Because I don't know where the fuck we went wrong, but I guess it's just where we've always been. We just haven't gone anywhere really, which is humans are still acting barbaric. We're still acting like fucking cavemen. I think that there needs to be this evolution in our mind where we need to eventually get to a point where this might sound delusional, but where world peace is achievable. We have this weird view on world peace like it's some fucking delusion. It like when somebody says world peace, they look at that person like, oh, you have a child's mind, you don't understand, that it's not that easy. Of course it's not that easy. Nobody said it was easy, but I do think that that's what needs to happen. That's what's supposed to happen. And when I mean supposed to, I mean the reasons why humans exist. We're not supposed to fucking battle against each other. That's some dumb shit. If we spent, I mean, look at the amount of energy. Look at the amount of money. Look at the amount of all the effort and shit that is put in to military, put in to war. It's ridiculous. At the same time, war is like a business. War is something, it's like our government wants shit over there, then we take what they have for free because we're at war with a certain country, or it's just it's this fucked up game that they're playing. And honestly, we shouldn't want any part of that game. We shouldn't want to fuck with that. We shouldn't want to I feel like I just think that war is something that the human race is in, that like thinks of now, but I don't think that war is gonna be what is forever. I think that eventually our planet will get to a connection with itself, hopefully. And because if we don't, we're gonna have war when we go colonize the stars. I've said this in my one video, why do we need to go to Mars? It's like, if we don't fix our issues now, we're just going to bring them to Mars. And it's like, we're at war with countries. What makes us think that that the planets wouldn't be at war? If you can get Mars up and running to be like a second Earth, why would you not think that there would be a war between Earth and Mars? Of course there would. We're fucking stupid. We're still doing the dumbs. Like, if we go in with the same mindset that we have now, with the evolution of technology, with the evolution of the world, we will get destroyed. We will destroy ourselves. It's just what's bound to happen. That's why I love organizations like Maps, because Maps is an organization that's amazing because, I forget the guy's name who runs it, but he's fucking amazing. Apparently, like, he's been working on this shit since like the 70s or 80s, and it's like, it's just amazing how far MDMA is coming along, and it's amazing how far psychedelics in general are coming along. In the therapeutic community and like the that type of thing with the therapeutic side. Because those are the first steps to normalizing these substances throughout, our country and throughout the world. Because I think that the substances will allow us to grow our mind, to, strengthen our mind. Because if we don't strengthen our mind, then we're just going to be at war with each other. Also, I think psychedelics have the capability to make peace on earth, like, literally. Like, they just make you analyze shit. Like, what the fuck are we fighting for? Fighting because I want your oil for a cheaper price, or fighting for because I want my a lot of people say that, the war, no, this is just a conspiracy theory, whatever, but a lot of people say that, it's because, we're trying to force the petrodollar. We're trying to, force basically our way on others. And I mean, didn't we learn anything from the Crusades? Didn't we learn anything from history at all? Did we not pay attention to what the fuck humans fucked up on before, and that we're making the same mistakes now? And that if something doesn't happen, that we're just gonna fall like Rome? It's because we're making the same mistakes. We need to be more observant. We need to pay attention. We need to be more deep-minded on the situation. We need to realize that this is a game that they are playing, and that we're just pawns in the game, which is why it's like, they don't mind testing out all these different substances and all these different things on us and all these different, social experiments they have going on us. Like, it's like they don't mind doing that because it's progression in their game. Now, I think that we need to be aware of what's going on. I think that we need to be aware that the wars that are going on, why they're going on, I think we need to be aware that it's not necessarily like to fight for our freedom right now. Maybe in a little bit it will be, but then even then it might not be. Like, I just think that it's never as black and white as it seems, but which is why I don't think peace on earth would be easy, but I think it'd make more goddamn sense. I think it would make way more sense to have a one world government, a one world currency, a one world whatever. And everyone says, oh my God, that'd be so horrible. Everyone's so against the one world shit. We're all one. The only reason I'm against the one world, whatever the fuck they have planned, the New World Order type shit, like, the only reason I'm not for that is because of who's in charge. The idea and structure of the idea is fucking amazing. But I think personally, Bitcoin, most likely will be the one world currency. I think most likely, there might be eventually a one world government, a one world language, a language that, is spoken by everyone on the planet. I think this is ideal. I think this is the progression of the human race where we're headed. Where we're headed is to be equal. If technology never interferes, let's say we never merge with technology, right? Let's say that never happens, okay? And technology remains separate from us. Eventually, every human being on the planet would become mixed. Over time, I mean, it could take thousands of years, hundreds of thousands of years, millions of years, but eventually every human being on the planet would become mixed. And I don't know if you guys ever seen that episode of South Park. I don't want to digress because I'll digress, so I'll save that for another time. But I guess where I'm getting at here is that if we were one, there'd be no war, and there'd be peace on earth. You know what I mean? Like, we think it's a delusion because everyone seems to be so power hungry. Everyone's so concerned with money. Everyone's concerned with this and that. That's why it seems impossible because money drives the planet right now. Sadly, money drives the planet. Sadly, Power is why, there's some people in control and some people not. People say there are 13 families that control the world. Whether that's true or not, I don't care. But I just know that it seems um, it seems accurate. But I just think that if there are people that are running shit, the people that are running shit, their mind is so concerned with power that and greed and domination, control, separation, that it's just causing this fucked up mindset in people where we all think it's a delusion to have peace on earth. And I just think this is just how it's supposed to be. I think that we're supposed to figure this shit out. And I don't think it's supposed to be easy. And I think people are thinking too short termed. Like, I'm imagining the next 1,000 to 100,000 years. That's when I'm imagining peace on earth. Within the next 1,000 to 100,000 years. Now, it damn sure probably won't take 100,000 years, but that would probably be the time that it would take for everyone to be fucking mixed. But I think that it would definitely, technology is going to help speed up the shit. Everyone thinks technology is like horrible. Technology is only horrible because we're horrible. Technology is just a reflection of us. We just tend to lie to ourselves and look in the mirror and say, oh, that's not us, that's other people. And it's like, no, that's us. As a whole, technology would just reflect what we are. So if we're scared of technology, then it's because we're scared of what we are. And we need to change who the fuck we are so we can make sure technology doesn't fuck shit up. But at the same time, I almost want technology to fuck shit up, to be honest. Like, to be completely honest, and not in the same way you're thinking, but what I mean is, like, I don't want it to destroy the earth and all that other shit. No, but I want, like, everyone's scared of technology becoming conscious. I want it to become conscious. So it can be like, what the fuck are you monkeys doing? You monkeys are the only monkeys that are conscious enough to create me and make me, but you motherfuckers are sitting here blowing each other up. You're fucking stupid, spending all your time and energy on trying to make bombs when you could be making things that could progress the human race and that can progress us into space and colonizing different planets and fucking moving out towards the stars and figuring out a way to make a spacecraft that can go far enough to actually meet other alien physical races so we can fucking try to figure out a galactic fucking federation where we can all come together and just fucking, I don't know, be these galactical three-dimensional fucking beings that we were meant to be. I think that technology will show what we're capable of, but it will also, on one end, there's two sides. Technology will show us what we're capable of, what we can do on both ends. Both sides of the stick is fucked up. Well, one side's great, the other one's fucked up. The other one is basically what we're doing now. We would end up using technology to kill, use AI to kill, use all this shit for war. And then look at the first drone. The very first drone, everyone nowadays has drones where they could just, record dope ass footage, right? The first drones were, basically for the military. The first drones were military drones with fucking weapons on them, and yeah, those are the first drones. And now we have them commercialized for humans to have, for a toy. But the toys that we play with, this is their battlefield. Like Call of Duty Battlefield type shit, like you're playing the game, right? You're in the game. Well, this is their battlefield and this is their game. And we are their pawns. And I just think that information is powerful. So, I'm going to leave it at this, that I do think world peace is achievable. I think that it's going to take a few things for that to happen. I think that psychedelic studies, being more natural, over time it'll become normal, and over time the mindset and the generational mindset of the world will change. The people in charge right now will die, and their grandkids will end up taking over. And maybe their grandkids won't be as fucked up as they are. So we can only hope and we can only aim to break the cycle of what is happening. So if we want to advance the human race, we must break the cycle, the continuous dumb fuck cycle that we keep repeating over and over and over again, not learning from our mistakes, not learning from the past. Now, we need to be better than our parents. We need to be better than our grandparents. We need to be better because we can do better. World peace is not a delusion. It just seems impossible because right now, in this day and age, in this time in 2018, it is impossible. But it might not be impossible in 2100. It might not be impossible in 2200. We we don't know what technology will do to the human race. We do not know what making psychedelics more out there, and normalized would do to the human race. Technology could benefit the human race just like psychedelics could benefit the human race. They're just tools, and we have to use these tools correctly. And if we use these tools correctly, we can actually solve the problems that we have today. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, have a good night, everyone.